What's up? What's up? Hey, this is Tony. And this is, you already know the name of the channel. I'm not going to go over that again. But, welcome if you're a new subscriber, which I got one. Welcome. Apologize for not shouting you out. I will shout you out next time as I try to show love and shout out. And I will re-sub with you. Because if I haven't already, I will get to that. So forgive me this time, because this is kind of shot on a whim. I'm not even prepped for this. I don't prep for anything. This is not a major production thing. This is just me talking a lot of jazz. Let me turn this music down. Yeah, so I don't know if you can hear me. So anyway, I flash hat today. Back up a little bit. Let me turn a little bit more down. So, let me see. What's going on this week? Avengers Endgame this week. A lot of you got your free tickets. You're going to be out there checking it out. Have a good time. Enjoy it. It should be fun. Oh, let me fix the music. I'm going to go to the next song. Let me go back to this song. Okay. Alright, so yeah, enjoy that. I won't be going. I don't usually do opening day movies anymore. Now with pre-buying, ticketing, everything. I used to like to go to matinees or go really quick after work, like 4 o'clock. Get a seat, check it out, where it's really low crowd, peppered around the theater. It's almost empty, and it's maybe a couple over there, a few guys down there, and we just kind of just getting it in before having to deal with all the crowd stuff. Depending on the crowd. Most people these days are real respectable, but I just still like to be in the theater feeling like I got my own private viewing when nobody's around. So I'll probably wait 2, 3, 4 weeks after it's been out. Everyone's got out the system a little bit, even though I hope this is successful, and I think it's going to be even longer than that before people get out of the system. But enough of that. But enjoy the end game, and I hope it lives up to the hype. The reason we're here, METABARONS. Yes, METABARONS. I just picked up the latest issue. I've already had the book for a month already, I think. And the latest METABARONS chapter is Deconstructing the METABARONS. And that just came out. I pre-ordered it on Amazon, which is, by the way, is a good idea to pre-order stuff on Amazon. If you're looking to get a particular book, you pre-order it, you pay for it, you forget about it, and when it comes out, they send it directly to you right away. And so you make sure you get a copy, especially if something I wasn't sure if it's going to be, hard to get. I don't think so these days, but I just wasn't taking any chances. So I got it, and I was reading it and enjoying it, and I noticed something about it. There was an editing error, a mistake in the writing, in the editing, in the way. And I was like, whoa, I've always wanted a book with an error or a misprint, something. Never. I wish it was a Marvel comic. I seen guys post comics where the color was off, or the wording, or the printing, or something was weird about it, and it kind of got through with unnoticed. But I managed to buy Deconstructing the METABARONS, and was surprised to see an editing error. Very surprised. So without further ado, I'm going to show you this error in its entirety. Stay tuned. Bam! So here we are. Deconstructing the METABARONS. Let me just give you a break. Let me show you that cover real quick. Great cover art. Nice picture. Nice cover art, right? It's not bad. Beautifully drawn. Water paint. Alright, so this is the book I bought. I'm a big fan of METABARONS, as we all know. Sure, I've said it enough already. Let me show you some of the stuff on the inside. Let me just turn it on. Let me just go in here. I'll just grab some page. I'll just flip it over here to this page, and whatever pops up you see. Okay, let's get it right there. Okay. And just check out some of the beautiful artwork in there. And it's just basically like it says, a deconstruction, a breakdown of everybody involved, their inspiration, their backgrounds in the field of art and science fiction and art, their stories about their lives and how they grew up, everything that inspired this incredible work of art. It's all in here. Just give me a showdown of that. If you haven't read METABARONS, you know, if you're a real fan of sci-fi, you really can't afford to miss this. You really can't. You really need to check this out. Look at all that art. This is all the art from the story. And this is basically breakdowns of things that inspired him over the years and what made him want to write, be an artist. You know, his whole stories and his sketches, everything, man. And for you guys that are aspiring artists and writers, you know, I always say everything's a teaching moment. Everything's a teaching moment. Okay, so that's the METABARON book, right? The video. Why are we here, Tom? As I explained. I couldn't believe it when I saw it. So let's get right to it. Let's open it back up. So, as I'm reading this book, I'm on the bus. I don't know about most of you, but at my age now, when I read something, whew, after the first few pages, man, I start getting sleepy. I get the itis, man. You think it was Thanksgiving, man, or yo, I get sleepy. So, here's where I noticed I thought I was bugging out, all right? So this is page, right there, page 63. You got that? See that? Page 63. Okay, so, and here's the title, the subject of what they're going to be talking about, right? Right there. The epithet. And I hope I'm pronouncing that right. I know I'm probably not pronouncing it right. I usually don't. All right, so I'm reading this page right here. I'm enjoying it and I'm reading it until I get to this part right here. This whole area here. Right? Page 63, Deconstructing the Metabarons. This is the subject we're discussing. He's breaking it down. So as you can see, there's paragraph 1, starts with the big fat I, right? Let me see if I can get over here. Let me see if I can get in here. Okay, right there. Now look right there. Okay, so there's paragraph 1, paragraph 2, paragraph 3, and paragraph 4. Now look very carefully. It says, in a perfect world, as conceived by Alejandro, and I'm not going to say his last name because I usually destroy it. You see that? That's half of paragraph 1, 2, 3, 4, and you see that same thing, right? You see that right there? You see that right there? All right? Now it continues. It continues at the top over here on the right side of the page. You see that? Okay, so you see that. We're on this side of the paragraph going down. You see that right there. It continues up here. But then, as you go down, So we're gonna say paragraph 1, 2, 3, half of 4. 4 continues up here. 5 and paragraph 6. Okay, so I can't point it out because I can't hold the camera and the book open. All right, so paragraph 1, 2, 3, 4, and it says right there, in a perfect world, right? Then you go over to this side, and it's paragraph 4 continues. Paragraph 5 begins with a sign of the times, and bam, look, paragraph 6. This is paragraph 4 in its entirety. Copy and paste it again on the other side of the same page. Look, in a perfect world as conceived by Alejandro. Then you go down and across, right there. In a perfect world as conceived by Alejandro, it's right there, and right next to it, there it is again, right there. Oh my God! So I'm like, yo, what the fuck? Right there, up, over, it continues, go down, and there is the whole paragraph again, reprinted in its entirety, exactly the same. In a perfect world, in a perfect world. I was like, yo, I was so happy to finally get a book with some type of printing error or mistake, and I was happy to get it. I wish it was a Marvel or DC book, but I'm just as happy as it being this, you know. I don't know if they noticed it. I did take the chance and posted it on their Facebook page. I shot a small video, but it didn't post to their page. I haven't checked it in a while to see if anyone else responded to it. But there it is. That's it right there. That's it. I'm gonna show it to you one more time. You go down, and it says it right there on the bottom right there. In a perfect world is the paragraph 4, and then right across, in a perfect world, it's the whole paragraph repeated again. And there it is. Big fat boo-boo. And I love it. I love it. Maybe one day they'll correct it in the future. Maybe they won't if it ever gets reprinted. Because obviously, if this book went out and they are aware of the error, then when they reprint it again, they'll make the correction. Because the question is, did they put that there? Did they put this paragraph here again? It's here and at the top here, and then they reprinted it in this spot. Now the question is, what's supposed to have been in this spot? Was it just empty space? It was too much empty space, so they decided to fill the space by recopying the paragraph? Or is there other information that should have been there that we should have been reading that's been left out? Because that's the whole point of this book. So if you should have just left the space empty up there. You should have left the space empty. Maybe. I don't know how it works. But if that wasn't supposed to be there, then there's a paragraph out there somewhere that's missing with information that we were supposed to read, and we're not getting that information, that background information. But if it's just to fill up that space, okay, it's a little editing trick to fill the space, cool. I'm cool with it either way. But I know this, if someone does figure it out and decide to make a correction on the second printing of this book, because I don't know if this is a first print or a second print, but if this is a first print and then they get to reprint it again and make the same error, then I'm thinking, wow. Or if they do a second printing, I'm going to check it and see if it's different and compare. Then I may or may not buy the book again, just to get that little tidbit of information. And then again, knowing me, I'm crazy like that. It don't make no difference to me. I'll get it. You only live once. So there it is. The Metabarons, Deconstructing the Metabarons, the printing error. It's on page 63. Subject, this is where it is, right in that paragraph, that section right there on page 63. Paragraph 4. 1, 2, 3. Paragraph 4, which continues on top. So 5 and paragraph 6 are duplicate paragraphs, copies, exactly the same, twins. And there you go. So yo, this is your boy Tone. Click C for Comics. I'm out. I can't wait. I'm gonna post this tonight, man, going right up. And then hopefully I'm gonna check back with Humanoids Publishing and see if anyone can explain what happened, or at least let us know, what's the deal in that spot, man. So peace.